Hello everyone, this is Kelly Acheson from AStampAbove.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. Today I have a really cool Halloween card. I am so happy with this card. I came in my stamp room this afternoon and I thought, okay, I need to make a card for my video tomorrow and I want to make a Halloween card, and this just came together. So I'm really excited about it. The inside is super cute. This card looks really complicated, right? It's not. It's pretty simple. There's a lot of die cutting on it, but once you get all your dies cut, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let me show you how easy peasy it is. We're going to start out with several layers of cards. I've got a 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5 1/2. This is crumb cake. I've also got 2 more pieces of crumb cake that are 3 3/4 by 5. 2 pieces of pumpkin pie that are 4 by 5 1/4. And 1 piece of our beautiful pumpkin pie glimmer paper that is 2 3/4 by 4. And then we're going to use various scraps of crumb cake, pumpkin pie, and black. I'm using the Spooky Fun stamp set for my Halloween card. This is one of my favorites, and it comes with a bunch of framelits that I'm going to show you in just a minute. This is the Pretty Paisleys embossing folder. It's new in the holiday mini catalog, and I just love that it's an oval. Thought it was kind of an odd combination for a Halloween card, but it worked out really good. I wanted some type of an embossed image to go around the oval that I'm going to cut out. So that's why I chose it. So I'm going to put my crumb cake cardstock in here, and I'm going to center it on the image. I'm going to run it through my Big Shot. I'll be right back. And here we go. Isn't that pretty? Next, we need to cut the center out with one of the layering ovals framelits. So I'm going to run this through my Big Shot. I'll be right back again. Here we go. Now that we have this all cut out and embossed, we're going to sponge it. And this is kind of a nifty little tip. This is the raised side of the embossing folder. I'm going on the back because if you look at my card, you can see some of that crumb cake coming through, and I really like that look. I don't want to completely cover up my embossed image. I just want it to show through a little bit, kind of vintage-like. So we're going to sponge on the side of the cardstock where the embossing folder is indented or inverted as opposed to the raised side. And you can sponge this as much or as little as you want. I wanted mine to be pretty dark, and you do need to kind of hold on to it or you'll crinkle it up as you're doing this. I did that to the first one that I made, so it's lucky that you get to learn from all my little mistakes. It's kind of a good benefit, right? Darn right it is. Okay, and I think that looks really good. So now you can see that the embossed image is still there because it's inverted and no ink got in there, right? If you'll notice on the card that I made, we've got all these images on my card base and also my pumpkin pie layer. And I actually received a swap card that used the stamps in this set to make somewhat of a designer series paper. So I'm just going to stamp these little bats all the way around the outside edge of my card. And I just thought it was a really neat look. It's kind of like making your own designer series paper. Alright, so I'm going to stamp these so you don't have to wait for me to do this. I'll be back in a couple seconds. Okay, and last but not least, there we go. So that's how I made the edge of my card that you can see here. Now we're going to do the same thing with the little tombstones. You're just going to stamp them all around the edge of your crumb cake card base. And I'll be back in just a minute. And there we go. Oops. So here's the design around the outside of that layer. And then we've got the design here around the outside of the pumpkin pie layer. And as long as we are right here, We can glue these together right now. See where I made some boo-boos before? Always turn your cardstock over. That's why we have two sides. Okay. The rest of this is really quite simple. I am going to put my glimmer paper right there. I already have my tree die cut, and all I need to do is pull it out. Now I want to tell you, these dies, and I'll show you the fence in a minute, these dies do not cut on this bottom edge, and that allows you to have as big of a margin underneath the tree as you would like. So when you die cut, you can cut along the line that it shows there, or you can leave that longer piece there. And for me, I'm going to leave it there, and I'm just going to cut off both edges a little bit because this is going to go behind our oval. And I have to tell you, the precision plate with the magnetic plate and one clear cutting plate is the ticket for these very intricate dies. Did you see how easy that came out of there? I love those plates and that combination. All right, I'm going to hold up my oval, and I'm going to place my tree behind it and flip it over and just add a little tape down here. That's how I stuck my tree on, so it's just sitting right there just like that. Then I'm going to bring in my glimmer paper, and I know that if I center that, it's going to cover everything up. I told you this was easy, right? Okay. Ta-da! Very, very cool. All right, here comes our fence. And again, I've already cut the fence out. Let me grab a pokey tool here. Oh, let me see. Look at how all those pieces just fall right out. It's amazing. I'm telling you, the precision plate with the magnetic plate, it's a win-win. Oops, look at all the mess I made. And again, the fence does not cut on the bottom, so you're going to need to trim that. And that's to allow you to do a variety of things with it. So I really like that option. There is an indented line down here at the bottom for you to follow if you would like to cut it off right here, which is exactly what I did. Now, when I put my fence on here when I was designing this card, I thought it was just a little too stark crumb cake, and I decided to add just a little bit of sponging to it. I'm not going hardcore with the black ink. I'm just adding a little sponging just to tone it down a little bit. Here's how I put my fence on. I'm going to grab a dimensional, and I'm going to put it right down here, or a dimensional and a half. That one kind of just clung to me. Pull that backing off, and I'm going to put my fence centered right across here. And I've already stamped my little pumpkins. Look at how dirty my hands are already. I've already stamped and die cut my little pumpkins. Those are going to go right over top this ugly dimensional that you can see. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on my fence so my pumpkins will stick, and they'll stick to the dimensional that's sticking out there too. Put my pumpkins right there like that. See that dimensional right there? That's going to go on one of my little bats. And here's the bat framelit. And I've actually got two bats. So I'll put another half of a dimensional on there. Did you see how I cut my dimensionals? These are halvesies down here, and these are full dimensionals. So when I need little ones, I can just pull them off there. They're already cut in half. Big ones stay up here. Kind of smart, right? Here goes a bat. And I'm going to put another little bat right there. It's maybe hard to see in the video, but it looks really cool in real life. Let's glue this front on. Oh, I'm running out of glue here. There we go. Isn't that cool? I love it. Okay, where's my baker's twine? I know I cut some off. Oh, here it is. Baker's twine. I'm gonna wrap this around 3 times because I wanted this card to have some bling going on. Well, it's got bling, but you know what I mean. Some bling going on at the top here. So we're gonna wrap this around 3 times. And we're gonna tie this in a bow. And an easy way to tie bows when you're working with this, and you're working alone so you don't have anybody to come in and help you hold it or whatever, oops, is I'm going to tie this in a knot right here so it stays nice and snug, and then I'm going to do my bow. And I'm sure you've heard this tip before, but maybe somebody hasn't, and that's the person I'm helping today. Pull my strings back out here. Beautiful Halloween card, right? And it's so easy. Once you get your die cutting done, it's like easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now we have the inside, and if you've seen my videos before, you know that I love to decorate up the insides of my cards because I think when somebody opens up that card, they should be able to go, wow, and see all that extra effort, right? I'm gonna bring in the Happy Halloween and my little grave markers that I had for the background on my card base, and I'm going to put those right on here with my Happy Halloween. Let me see. Oh, that's a little off center. I'll look at it this way. That looks great. And I'm just going to stamp this right here. Yay! And then we have these cute little ghosts in the stamp set because it says vampires, witches, and ghosts. Oh my! And then, I know, I'm always, and then, why not have some more fun? This is such an amazing stamp set. I'm going to put this little tiny bat on here, and I got a little tip for you. He's easy to put upside down, so really take a look at that bat so you know that you're putting him the right way. And there's some bats for us. I'm going to glue these 2 pieces together, and I'll be right back. You don't have to sit and watch me do that. We're going to put these layers inside. And do you like how I put the pumpkin pie in there? Decorate up your insides. They need to be fun too. And I just have one other thing I want to do. We have crumb cake envelopes. And I think all the envelopes should be decorated also. So here we go. Stamp those. And here's our beautiful, spooky Halloween card. Wasn't that easy? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Thanks so much for stopping by today. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. You can pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com. You can hop on over to my blog, www.astampabove.com, and check out some more fabulous projects that I have. Don't forget to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe so you don't miss any other great ideas that I'll be posting. I post a video every Friday for you. Add a little sparkle to someone's day and send them a card.